Where step one is I gotta get my bearings again because I had 2 different save files going. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to keep going forward with for Shattered Space. So let's see. So this is the save I had labeled as my first playthrough ending. And this is the one I took further as far as level. Like I got a lot higher level with my first playthrough than I did my second. But I also seem to recall I didn't play through all of the quest lines in my first playthrough. I decided it was like, I'll save some for my second playthrough. So I think I have lots of stuff I could do here. And I remember one of the silly things that happened that made me start a new character was I for some reason couldn't get these last 2 powers, and that drove me nuts. And I think it was a bug, and I'm hoping that that bug has been resolved since then and we'll be able to do that. So I would like to keep my higher level character. That seems better. And I'm so far removed from both of them that I don't think I will I have any great attachment to either one at this point. So I want to make sure I don't have the... Okay, good. I don't have the armillary built. I don't want to accidentally... Oh, hey. This bug's still here. NPCs floating next to their furniture. This is one we get reports on all the time. Like, oh, there's a bug in some settlements where NPCs float on the furniture. Nope, that is a creation engine bug. Let's see if I try sitting there if it'll make him get up. Expansion drops at 11 a.m. Eastern. Cool. Morning, Phil. Or I guess that's not morning. Howdy, Phil. Good evening, Trey 208. How are you? Robin, hello. Slangel. Captain. Raven. Semyon. That is a... Semyon Nadezhdin? Is that how you saw that? Last Air. Lauren. Hello, all.
You can tell me.
Hiya, Skipper. What do you need?
You are too chipper. Get out of here. Alright, let's see here. So this ship we're on is what I lovingly refer to as the Beast. It is the monstrosity that... how do you look at your ship from here again? That you get from Walter Stroud's side quest if you manage to get... Oh, here we go. If you manage to convince them to do all the features, which is what I do every time I play through that quest. And then I just decked it out with more junk. This is not good in dogfights, but I found that the dogfights are so easy that doesn't matter, so I just went for... I want something that I have lots of shield, lots of cargo, lots of crew, and can jump from one end of the game to the other. That is my preference in my ship, so that's what I'm rocking. Alright, so let's see, maybe if I... Well, first of all, let's just go somewhere. And we'll see if I can get Barrett to get out of his chair. Because Barrett is supposed to give you a quest to get himself a power. And that never worked for me. It was like a bug. So let's go do this random... I think I have random radiance in my log right now. And I think the only quest line I didn't do on this character is the Crimson Fleet. I think I was I'm going to save that for another character and I'll do a more evil playthrough. And then I did play it. But I don't think I played particularly evil, because it doesn't seem like that's super easy to do in this game. Oh. So, tonight we're just going to play. Try and get myself reassociated. I've been playing a lot of Starfield lately, but it's different when you're playing just for fun versus when you're playing to test for modding. So we've been working on some KGC mods for Starfield. And so I haven't been playing for fun in a while. It's just been like focused testing and making sure stuff works. So I just want to get used to my character again. Remember all the little bits.
Don't they know your bounty ain't big enough? Guess you couldn't help because the bounty on your...
Oh, that's right. I think I have the bounty, or the wanted, what's it called? The wanted trait? Take all the junk. Kinggath just realized the Kinggath logo guy has tattoos. Yeah. Yeah, my colored logo, the one I use for YouTube, that is some concept art for Sturgis. Hello, Alexander. Quantum cannot wait for 40 messages asking for some stuff on Starfield. Oh yeah, I got those I get those anytime I mention Starfield in a video, or if I comment on anybody's YouTube video about that's about Starfield and somebody catches my name in it. They immediately reply with a request for that. It's like, oh, we're not quite ready for that. Not quite ready for that. Also, we learned, as of right now, I don't think it would be even possible to get anything close to sim settlements in Starfield. They have a really crazy limit to the file size you can upload to Bethesda.net. So seems like we're not going to be able to do huge things yet. I imagine they're going to have to change that at some point, but as of right now, it's pretty limited what you could actually upload through Bethesda.net.
This is amazing.
Let's see, what do we have here?
The Unity.
Oh, I still have the Unity conversations with everybody.
Multiverse. This is everything and more, literally.
Thank you, Omni, for just starting it off. Are you playing with default difficulty? Yeah, I'm sure I am. I think I mean, this is not a Bethesda thing. This is a game industry thing, that game industry difficulty levels tend to just be crank up enemy health, crank up enemy damage, which is really boring. It just turns everything into a one-sided bullet sponge affair, which is not fun. Yeah, we've got a couple of mods basically completed for Starfield, and we've got some more planned, but a lot of our stuff that we've planned is just we're waiting on stuff from Bethesda. Like lip sync is the biggest one, but then this file size limit is another issue.
I enjoy just spending time with you. No kidding. Think of the dissertations.
Yes, I did hear they fixed the mod index issue. That's a good start, but now there's just a lot of other things we need sorted before we could get into big things.
They're disorganized, petty.
Yep, Mikey, we'll be getting some kinggath mods in Starfield. There's a trailer for one of them that we did that
feels so good to know
I'm not allowed to talk about because it was a
ghost gods or something.
I don't remember how to respond to this conversation. I don't think it matters. I think you can just say whatever you want to these guys. But yeah, there's a trailer. If you search for QuakeCon 2024 and the day one video, it starts out with a little trailer for one thing we did that will be free. But I don't know when it's coming out, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. So, but there's a little trailer for it. Lauren, this is not a modded run. This is totally vanilla. This was my first run I did back when the game came out.
No, not even slightly. There are people who obtain power in some unfair way, and some of them have used that power to cause suffering, and others just didn't want to share. But that's what regular people do every day of the year. True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in. Or, I mean, we could, I guess. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity.
Phil, love the new thumbnail. Yeah, this is actually one I used like a week after Starfield came out, and I didn't have time to make a new one. I'll make a more permanent one if I start modding, or if I start streaming Starfield on the regular. But for now, that one will do. Let's see. Tiniest Avenger, not so much the building as in Fallout, but giving the settlers and outposts themselves a purpose and making them useful. Yeah, I would love to have the outposts have more of a purpose. Like right now, you kind of build outposts to make more parts for building outposts, which there's an interview from a game designer who left Bethesda who said the purpose of outposts was to make ship parts, which seems so much cooler. Like that seems what they were actually made for. Like how cool would it be if you had, like, you're building your own Hope Tech. Like you could sell the parts, you could use them to build your ships. Like if that was the only way to get the best ship parts.
Is everything okay?
And then also as a way to mine for fuel, I think those two things, it would tie the whole game together amazingly. There's a few, like, I have some ideas for major things we could do that would just totally transform the feel of the game. But as of right now, because of that, all these limitations. So they've got, first it was the mod index issue. Now it's the 1 gig per mod file size issue, which is crazy low. Like, because the models and textures in this game are so huge. And then the lack of lip sync. So there's just a lot of things preventing us from even starting a gigantic project. So we're just doing little stuff for the time being.
What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just part of my process. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? Obviously. If you were ready to jump in right now, I would not be following you. I'm sorry to say. It's a huge decision. It could change who you are fundamentally. It's not like dyeing your hair gold or getting a full-body cat suit or eating a full pack of extra wild spicy chunks in under a minute. This is serious business. Anytime. The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined
wow,
you in
they
the
actually
physics
have
of bending powers
a
business.
pivot from you
See if
knowing
one of
about
those
Unity
temples works for more than just
to him doing this, and I'm pretty sure you can get him his power much earlier, because I've seen other people's playthroughs where they get it earlier. That's one of the things that's prompted me on a second character. I'm like, I'm getting bugged out. I want to, because I was going to do the Unity jump with this character and like max all the powers out just to see how long it took, because I've heard you can do it pretty quickly once you get into it. But I wanted all the powers first, and this one I could never get without console commanding, and I was like, I want to keep a achievement-friendly vanilla save. Ironically, this is completely vanilla save. Achievements bugged out for me at some point. I think it was because I used the console to save my game. So I like doing, bring up the console and hit save and then name my save files, because it's really hard to figure out what your save files are in Starfield since they have no thumbnail. And I think that flagged my save as modded, which is ridiculous. So I need to get SFSE if I really want those things. The whole achievement thing is so dumb. It doesn't actually matter, but I don't know. It was bothering me that I didn't have them.
Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
There we go. That's one of the ones I was hoping for. Let's go do that. Hey, how are you? When you should do mod coming? I am not allowed to talk about Rayford, but I actually don't know. I will just say that we did it. We did it in a way I'm not allowed to talk about it. There was NDAs involved, and so I am not in control of it. I don't have anything to do with it any longer. We did our part, and that's as much as I can say. I'm surprised I have a unscanned planet. I thought I ran around and scanned them all at one point. Commander Wolf, thank you for the donation. Says, I wish we had sentient aliens, or an offshoot of humans that made off-brand Khajiit and other splinter DNA splicing humans would have been an interesting concept. Game had a lot of potential. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird that they had this opportunity to do anything they wanted, and they chose to not have different races or sentient aliens or something. I mean, I guess that's a way. It definitely made their sci-fi games stand out. Like, you know, no other. Well, I guess that's not entirely true, because it doesn't. Elite Dangerous also kind of hard sci-fi. Like, you don't get. Same with Star Citizen. They're both that way too. So I guess I take that back. You would have thought, with how much they were inspired by Mass Effect, with their with some of the design choices in Fallout 4, that they would have been all about talking alien species. So it's very. This game shocked me in several ways, and that they went in the direction they did. But, I mean, there is the opportunity for them to pull off a, what do you call it? What is that off in the distance over there? Nope, wrong thing. Unexplored geophysical feature. Ah, okay. I don't want that one. Unexplored geophysical. Oh, it's just such a bunch of the little floating bits. All right, let's get out of here. But yeah, it seems to me like they could have gone way crazier with it. But there is an opportunity. Oh, what I was saying is there's a possibility of them doing what they did with Wastelanders, where they go back and be like, all right, we need to, or I guess the way they introduced it in the story of Wastelanders, where it was like, oh, all the people came back. You know, if it could be something like either you go through a universe jump and then the next universe has a bunch of species, or an alien invasion happens as part of a DLC, and now all of a sudden there is a new species and you get to be part of the first contact. That could be an interesting thing. Thanks, Garbok. That's mostly a default ship you get in the game. It's meant to be like this over the top. It's I'm pretty sure the joke of that ship is from the do you guys, I don't know how many of you watch The Simpsons. There's a Simpsons episode where Homer gets to design a car, and I think that ship is a reference to that episode, where it's like he tries to cram everything cool into the car, and then it ends up being this monstrosity that nobody wants to buy. And I'm pretty sure that's what you create during that quest, the Walter Stroud quest, if you convince all of the NPCs at the design room that they need to do to pursue their ideas. So it's just this, it's meant to be this like unsellable ship, but I love it. And then I added a few little bits to it. Okay, does anybody actually understand how this system works? Because I know you gotta like fly and touch the bubbles, but I think there's more to it. Like I've looked at the code behind it, and it's like, this is actually more complex than it seems. Like it seems really kind of like, oh, I'm just running around touching bubbles, but there's like there's actually some reason to it. And I wasn't able to piece together what it was. I got sidetracked on other more important things. But you can hear like the music gets more in tune with it, and there's something to do with the rings. Oh yeah, I gotta buy the vehicle still on this character too. Oh yeah! The bubbles disappear in an interval, the number gets shorter the more you collect. Oh, so you have to like move quicker to get to the next one. The problem with that design is it just starts to make it feel random. Like sometimes I'll get it in like immediately, and then other times it takes forever. It doesn't feel structured. It's unfortunate. Alright, Barrett, come get your power. Oh, this is John Starfield, one of the default faces, as you guys know I like to use. Okay, what did we get for power?
These temples are such
Parallel self.
Hello, universe.
Oh, we gotta
Barrett. Turning your call.
we gotta fight Evil Barrett now.
What in the? Who in the?
Oh, do we just get to talk to him?
Hello, handsome.
Speak with the Barretts?
You got to be joking.
What is this? This is cool.
Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. Me. Accurate. I'm just passing through. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? In
impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings.
We need more data.
Obviously.
I'll be Barrett Prime.
Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate much anyway.
Amundsen? Now I know you're not me.
Hey, one of us has to keep it classy.
Why stop at you?
It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly.
I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else.
Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate.
Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent?
You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual.
I could study this forever.
Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did.
Irvin? He's with you. He's okay?
By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different.
Is he happy?
Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well.
Man, this is way more interesting than a lot of stuff that's happened to me so far in the game. This is kind of cool stuff. I love the multiverse stuff. I wish they'd leaned into it more instead of it kind of showing up right at the very end of the game.
Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide.
What war?
Imagine all of the
I
variations.
wonder if it's
It's endless.
what do you call it? The I can't think of the groups of people. The Freestar Collective and the UC. Maybe they're still at war in his universe.
I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations. How many ended with heartache and how many with joy.
I think about that all the time.
Wait. What's that noise?
Oh, do we get
Starborn ship.
do we get to fight Starborn after all? The both Barretts are gonna fight with me.
We can handle this.
On it.
Oh, it lands like right up in your face. Oop. Alright, I gotta get rid of it. Let's see. We need a better power here. Yeah, we'll use the jet power. Who we kidding here? Do I already have that saved? Phase time? Yes, I do. Right there. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, okay, I still got it. Okay, now I get to remember all my hotkeys and such. Hey, buddy. And they just dropped off one. I can leave that guy. Good luck, buddy. Wait, what is the... Okay, it's been so long since I played this. What is the quantum essence for? Use quantum essence. Increase your starborn power regeneration speed for 6 seconds. I don't think I've ever used that ever. I just assumed that there was going to be some sort of thing you could spend it on. So there's a mod. We need to give something to spend that on. Commander Wolf, thank you for another donation. Idea for future Starfield DLC: finding the planet of Skyrim, and you get to form the Empire, engage with the others like the Dovahkiins and Starborn Dragonborn would be a cool companion. I remember somebody put out a joke mod announcement that they were going to port all of... I don't remember what it was. Was that they were going to port Fallout and Skyrim to Starfield or something insane like that? Like, obviously just a joke of the fact that every time a new TES game comes out, somebody announces they're porting the previous one forward. Oh, I just realized I fell way behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. They do lean into it in NG+. I thought the NG+, though, from what I saw about it, all they do is you get like potential for one alternate experience at when you first go to, what do you call it? Constellation, and then after that there's just a few dialogue options to like skip quests with the Starborn. I really liked the universe hopping quest. That one was really cool. I would like to see more of that type of stuff. Carmack, this game needs the ability to make a space station and an overhaul of outpost systems, so they are outposts of your station. Yeah, I feel like that was that feels like that was the design intent. I'm told other modders have checked it out, and there's even mods that enable it. That you can build stations, and that they're basically the same as a ship, as far as the builder is concerned. And the idea was you would from this interview, the idea was you build an outpost to gather resources, connect it to a star station that lets you build ships, and then you could go grab your ship from your star station, which is like a cool gameplay loop, especially if you could sell them or something. I bet this has something cooking for Outposts. That's my thought too. I would think that they're gonna do that as a DLC like they did for Fallout, where you get a bunch of workshop things. I feel like there's no way they don't do that, but it's hard to say because a lot of there's so much. I'm sure a lot of it's going to depend on how well the DLC sells. Like, and what's interesting is Shattered Space, because so many people pre-bought it, they just have it, so they probably can't even use that as representation of how well Starfield's going to do in the long term. They're probably going to have to wait to determine that from their second DLC, which Todd has said on record that he's going to do. So it's probably that one they'll be monitoring to see like how healthy the tail is on Starfield of people coming back, and then that will determine how many more they're going to do after that. Because ultimately, it's got to be profitable for them, or they'll go out of business. Did you ride the new vehicle yet? I did. It's very fun. I don't have it on this character, but I will grab it. Quantum Essence makes sense only with difficulty set up high. Okay. There's more content in NG+? Are you sure about that? I've not heard anybody tell me that. Nobody has told me that. Everyone's told me that it's Yeah, everybody I've talked to about NG+ has said there's not really that much goes on other than a handful of dialogue options that have minimal changes. So let's talk to Barrett. Also, I have multiple skill points. I don't know what I was saving for. Let's see what's going on with this character. Okay, weightlifting makes sense. I like to hoard stuff. What do we got here? Yeah, I got command because I wanted to have a big. This was another thing. It was a little bit underwhelming. Was the I was hoping to have like a giant ship like with 30 people on it, and then I only got to have like 8, which is kind of a bummer. And then you have to go so deep in this perk tree to do it. I think manipulation I got only because of the revision quest line. Negotiation. I think these were. How do I look at it? Yeah, I think it was. I didn't care about bribery. Like I didn't care about the cost, so that didn't seem like worth putting the perk point into. What do we got here? So I've got persuasion, that makes sense. Scavenging. I think eventually I got to a point where I was so rich I decided I didn't need those. Theft I think I only took just so I had the pickpocket ability, but I wasn't really using it. What else do we got here? Lasers and rifle cert. Yeah, I think combat was fairly easy. I didn't feel like I needed to have more points in it. Research methods. Yeah, this. I mean, like, I can see, like, just looking back to my playthrough, I can remember kind of where I was at headspace when I was playing. It was like so many of these things feel like they need more depth, like, to make them worth it. Like, the grav jump range was like, well, I don't need it anymore. I can jump to everywhere. And then, like, this stuff was all about crafting things. I was like, well, I don't like crafting. I like the looter shooter access. So yeah, there's so much potential in here of different things that can be done. Starship design I got way into. Let's see here. This stuff seemed fun. Let's you hover in place. There we go. Slow time. Sold. We will be boosting. This sounds like my jam right here. How did I miss that? And then we'll save the other one for later. I don't know what I assume I had a plan and I just got distracted, or
Something happened.
I started a new character.
I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends.
Amen, son. Cherish every moment with them. I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think.
There's armor piercing, bottom of combat. Oh, that sounds good. Although again, I think part of the reason that I stopped getting combat points is because I found the shotgun that's super OP. So like I think I gotta check my inventory, but pretty sure I'm using, what is it, the particle shotgun? Is that what it's called? Where it gets energy and ballistic damage, and it just does insane damage if you close the gap.
Is the ship my secret lair then? I guess. I would have preferred something with more seating. And maybe a fireplace. Something cozy. Oh well. Hey, at least I didn't pull an army of knees out of thin air, right? Imagine that. Besides, it is a bit exhausting to sustain just one extra knee. Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power. And I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsided.
Does he use it during combat now? Because that'd be pretty
I
awesome.
feel like I'm in a huge crowd.
Do you think there'll be a CK update for handling shattered space assets? I'm sure there will be a game and CK update. Though, if I had to guess, it will be whatever's in the beta currently is probably what they plan on shipping on Shattered Space Day. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I mean, they tend to always have a big base game and CK update when they put out a DLC. I feel I happened onto a bullet time mod for this. I need VATS with my hands. This is what prompted me to find one for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Nice. Whisperfire, I noticed that you were missing Gravity Well. In case you already got it and got the Tracker's Lines creation, there's a bug where that ability vanishes. To fix the ability while having the Tracker's Lines, put that creation in the bottom of the load order. Interesting.
No rush, friend.
Missing
I thought so
Gravity
too.
Well.
Other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle
I don't have the
himself
Tracker's
well in
Lines
that
creation, but I do have Escape.
Anyway, we'll see.
Does Escape
If
do the
other
same
knee
thing?
gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
Cool. Alright, let's see here. What's next? Hail the unidentified. Oh, I never did first contact on this character. Alright, we're just gonna go do random stuff just to get myself kind of back in the headspace here. Let's see. Yeah, see, I've got the Big Bang. That's it. This thing is ridiculous. Especially you slow time, dive in there, and you just one shot pretty much everything. Alright, let's go hail this ship. Oh, I need to go buy my Rev 8 too.
Find your seats. Stow your belongings.
Check if you need an update on the escape creation. Yeah, I can do that. Mechs incoming. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see them add proper mechs. Oh god, that was obnoxious. Okay, we will dock with it in a bit. Let's head to... Alright, we need to go... Alright, I'm going to go back to... Where's the nearest major city? I guess Neon. You can buy the Rev 8 at any city, right? Or any of the major cities? Oh, you can buy it at Paradiso? Did not know that. See the tracker's license. I've not done this yet either. Alright, we'll talk to you.
Hey. I'm glad I finally caught up with you. I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you. Good. Because
Any
what
tech
I'm
can
about
sell
to
it.
tell
Cool.
you could change the course of your life.
We're gonna be flitting all over the place
Trackers
tonight, guys, because I
Alliance has
am
been following your exploits and believe you have what it takes to join our ranks.
gotta remember what I've done on this
You're
character,
being
what I
invited
haven't.
to our new headquarters in Aquila City. There you'll meet with Agent Number 1. If you decide to consider our offer, they'll guide you through our initiation process. Wonderful. I appreciate you hearing me out. I'll be heading out soon if there's nothing more. Remember, Trackers Alliance HQ in Aquila City. Speak to Agent Number 1.
So I haven't actually purchased the Trackers Alliance creation. They give us part of it for free, right? That was like one of the random patches was just you get access to a little bit more, a little bit of content for them, and then you buy like the first or the second mission or something. Yeah, it's a free update. That's what I thought. First part free, they hook you. Then you buy the rest of the quests. I remember Todd did an interview about that. He's like, that wasn't the intention.
I'm not gonna say this twice.
We gotta rethink how we're packaging these things.
Some kind of checkpoint ahead. See that huge shield? It's part of the power system. Lightning provides a substantial amount of neon's energy.
All right, where's our guy?
Don't worry. Your ship's in good hands.
You, sir.
Got anything you need to offload? Anything I can help you with?
There we go.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, purchase. Thank you. Okay, and then, okay, now we're gonna save here. Save. And then let's jump to the main menu. And we'll try and update escape and see if that fixes my last missing power. Creations. Okay, there we go. Let's grab it. Looks like it's grabbing an update. Reloading. Oh, I do have the Vulture. You're right. Oops, and I crashed the game. I showed I have Vulture. I didn't realize I bought it. I wonder what else I bought. Alright, hold on. Let me get the game running again. Give me a moment. I gotta tab over the other computer. Is there an update to... I guess I should just check for all updates on all of it. Also, I want to see what else... What the heck else did I purchase? Oops. What else did I grab? Oh, this is my account with all the creation credits. So that was a gift I received. At some point, I was gifted 50,000. So that is why I just can buy whatever I feel like. Let's see. Yeah, this has an update. Is there a way to see like everything I purchased? Is that like a menu I can see? Oh, I guess I load order. Oh, I better get out of here. There's probably NDA stuff in that screen. Yeah, I'll have to check it off camera, but that's all right. All right, we got that one updated. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see if it brings back my grab well power now. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I got my power back. I did! Oh, that feels so good. The completionist in me. I don't have much of a completionist urge. Like, I don't care about a cluttered quest log. I will ignore side quests, but that for some reason having one power missing was driving me batty. Okay, let's see here. So I like to keep track of what skill I'm working on because I love this system of like having to do little tasks. So deal 200 damage to enemies using the boost pack. So let's just boost near people and start them on fire. Well, that sounds fun. I'm in on that plan. All right, I guess we'll go to Trackers Alliance HQ since we have this thing that we apparently paid for. Astronauts for escape creation. It's funny, I played through the escape creation when it came out, and then I didn't keep the save.
Considering everything they're up against, Aquila City has done well for itself.
Unfortunate.
It's got the necessities and it's safe. That's impressive.
I thought it was really good. I won't comment on the pricing, but it was one of the best quests that I'd played in Starfield. Full stop.
Not sure if those maroon sellers.
Kind of weird reaching out to that instead of the other way around, isn't it? Pretty convinced.
Roach?
I know, I trust you, but record streak. I'm only one away. Again.
Roach!
Know what happened the last time I was paired up? I don't want it.
Roach!
This new one to... What?
Our new potential recruit. He's
Standing right here. Yeah, I said I know. I'm aware of his presence, have been since he walked in the door. I said what I said. I stand by it. And rookie, don't you dare let me down. Got a lot to prove around here.
A nod to the stars that align our paths.
So this guy's 100% Starborn, right?
You're prompt. Good trait for a tracker. Anyhow, we can talk about punctuality or we can get down to business. I am agent number 1, or no one, if you prefer. Seems you've decided to entertain our offer. Good. Understandable. Becoming a full-fledged tracker is a daunting prospect. Perhaps then you would consider a trial run of sorts to see if this is something you wish to pursue. Do you have any questions before we proceed? The mission boards are merely a tool we use to expand our reach to freelancers who either do not have the capabilities or the desire to work with the Trackers Alliance in a more official capacity. To put it simply, those bounties are trifles compared to what official trackers deal with. They're lower risk, lower reward. Why not you? I know of your accomplishments. Your bravery on Vectera, fighting off the Crimson Fleet, made the news. You aided our Trackers Alliance efforts in Sidonia, bringing to justice an elusive target. In Aquila City, you thwarted a dangerous hostage situation, without violence. Without hesitation, you saved lives in New Atlantis.
I like when they acknowledge stuff like this. This always feels nice. People are paying attention to what I'm doing.
I know about the Mantis. Do not be alarmed. That is a secret I respect and will take to the grave. I could say more, but trust that you would not be here if I did not believe you worthy. Excellent. Before we accept you as an official tracker, you'll need to demonstrate competency in the field. To that end, I would like you to first accept...
Using words like excellent when you've got this like
on the nearby wall, then report back
ominous voice modulator feels wrong. Oh, here we go.
If it isn't the rookie.
Oh, can I just take them both right away? Let's first complete the body mission. Star Jacker. Got it. Okay. What do you have to say?
Hey, you should speak with Agent No One first.
There are always more bounties to collect. Good. You have your mission. Once you are a tracker, you may not get a briefing like this for your missions.
Yes, exactly, Phil.
To handle them by yourself.
It's like if you heard Darth Vader say, "Dude." Dude. I am your father. It just doesn't feel right.
Excellent. I knew you could. The target for this mission is admittedly one of our toughest. Not because of how dangerous he is, but because of how often he's evaded us in the past.
Thanks, Nier.
His
Do
name
you have
is
cookies?
Infiltrating. He's wanted for 94 counts of spaceship grand theft. We have reason to believe he runs a chop shop somewhere out in the fringes, but we do not know where. Luckily, we have intel that one of his associates, Adrastos Dakota, is currently here in Aquila City. For your first mission, you were assigned a partner, Roach. He will have more information. Speak with him. Your enthusiasm is noted. I wish you the best of luck. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived.
You've been doing this a while, huh? The whole tracker thing, I mean.
You could say that.
And Roach hasn't been doing it nearly as long, right?
I'm hearing
But he
a
keeps
conversation in the
going
background
on
that
about
I want
almost
to
beating some
pay
crazy
attention to.
record streak or something. But like, how's that possible when you've been doing this for way longer than he has? Why don't you have the record?
Well, even if I did care about such things, which I don't, I simply take my time. While Roach is out there chasing down easier targets to pad his record, I took the bounties that required me to do months of investigative work.
Ah, God.
She's trash talking Roach.
Just be careful and listen to me. I'm serious about beating this record. I don't want anyone blowing it for me. It's not personal.
Roach is very good at what he does. He just takes a different approach.
Okay.
The record for consecutive successful bounty missions is held by a tracker who went by the call sign Volk. 372 consecutive bounties brought in. That's 372 with no escapes, no mistakes. Came close to beating this record, but, well, didn't. I was a legend around here, but don't bring him up. It's a bit of a sore spot for a lot of trackers. You ever work with someone who was really good at their job, but just seemed to rub everyone the wrong way? The boss won't do anything about it because they're afraid of losing that person. It was like that with Volk and the previous Agent No One. Except Volk was just needlessly cruel to his quarries. And everyone. Even his allies. I mean, like, torturing children to draw out their parents kind of cruel. He's a bad dude. Killed the previous No One. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And neither should you. I was doing great until I volunteered to partner up with a rookie like you. They ran in, guns blazing, got shot up, and we had to evac. Which let our Mark get away. Couldn't save him either, so waste all around. But now, I'm being voluntold that I need to partner up with you, for reasons I don't want to get into right now. So, best not disappoint me.
This guy's gonna trash talk. Let's trash talk right back.
I know you think you're hot shit, but if you don't have the skills to back it up, the only tip I'll be asking you is where are all the best spots in the afterlife? Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. We find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions? If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he's slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but
I was just thinking that, Aardvark. It was,
get the drop on this.
Phil, you said it seems like the faces are improved. I feel like they are probably improved overall, but they keep using the extremely exaggerated movements, so then it makes it look... I think sometimes it looks worse than Fallout 4. Like, Fallout 4, most of their movements were pretty subtle, whereas this is like the big eyebrows, and like every movement feels very exaggerated and not realistic.
Don't worry about that. They always talk. Eventually. We'll make sure of that.
But yeah, overall, the faces look so much better. This is like the whole game. I mean, the visuals of it. What a huge upgrade over Fallout 4. It's so funny, like playing this game for a few hours and then going back to work on Sim Settlements. I'm just like, floored by how much better everything looks in this game as far as like poly count and details in the characters. It's wild. Because I get, you know, play Fallout 4 as much as I do, it kind of becomes. I think we all have the feeling with Skyrim too, right? Skyrim is ancient now by gaming standards, and you still play it, and it still feels beautiful. But then if you do it immediately after playing a modern game, it's like, whoa, those characters are low poly.
Great. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road. Stop it, you're being weird.
Huh? Oop.
I'd wish you luck, but we both know it's more about skill.
So now is he like a temp follower? Unlock requires key.
The hunt continues. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy. I am no one, by design. There has always been and always will be an agent number one to lead us. Upon assuming the mantle, one loses all traces of identity, including all of one's records and history, even gender and voice. You can imagine, many would seek to do harm to one in this position. To protect family and associates, our identity is more than confidential. It is eliminated from existence. I will simply state that our partnership with the United Colonies and Freestar Collective comes with some powerful tools. Yes and no. When one attains this position, ties to family and other associates are cut off. That is the most difficult aspect. As far as anyone knows, my former self is dead. Records of my life are mysteriously lost. I assume that is difficult for those one leaves behind. However, I am fortunate that I did not have many family, associates, or records to lose. My name was no great loss, nor were other aspects of my identity. I never conformed to gender, for instance. For me, it was an easy decision. Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
So, character has to be uninteresting, because they're a blank slate. That's how I just didn't want to ask us any of those dialogue options. Didn't care.
Hey, what's good?
Who are you?
Oh, hey. I heard we were getting a new tracker. Nice to meet you. Call me Tank, because there ain't no stopping me.
I like this guy
I'm
immediately.
new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if you want to swap pointers, or just shoot the shit, you know? I don't know. There's got to be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something.
Use my Starborn powers to freeze time.
Yo, that's smart. I like where your head's at. No sense dragging a corpse back if it didn't have to be that way. And plus, if you bring him in alive, he could face justice the right way.
Captain, do you think Fallout 4 could look like that? No, they would have to completely overhaul the graphics pipeline. Like, they are on DirectX 11 still for Fallout 4, which has serious texture memory limitations. And then this has full PBR, so it lets them do like proper, like more close to realistic lighting and metal. And then I believe Starfield has ray tracing, right? But anyway, yeah, Fallout it would be Fallout 4 out of the box could not run this. It couldn't handle the detail levels that this game has. Someone's the Doom creation made by your team. When will it be out? Yes, it was made by us, but I can't talk about it. So I don't know when it's coming out. And I can't talk about the creation of it yet. I'm hoping to be able to talk more about it after it's released, but right now I've been told just point people to the trailer, which is, if you search for QuakeCon 2024, the day one video has it right at the very beginning.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs last I checked the leaderboard. Anyway, keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special.
It doesn't have ray tracing?
Crush their
Okay.
expectations. Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3. Heck, sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action. Probably because I'm too friendly. Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some time away from being a ruthless bounty hunter to be a real human being, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of it all? And it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real bad and deserve another chance. You need to remember, they're people, and not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached. Hey, catch you on the flip.
Maximum crab in space.
See you again.
Hey, Lachlan, how are you?
I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable.
Wait, is that your name?
You're welcome. All I did was extend the invitation.
Do I get to have a cool code name too?
You decided to follow through and brought yourself.
Everybody else here
I
has
didn't
one.
choose to recruit you, but I did the research and tracked you down. Surprisingly, it was not easy. For you, yes. A good tracker should be as a shadow. Elusive, unnoticed, yet ever present. For me, let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not, what they once were. Yes, patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until
See, she's
I
got much more
understood the
subdued
value of
facial
patience
animations.
that
Like
I
hers
caught up
feels
with
way
him
better than the other guys
and
did.
finally claimed the bounty on his head. It's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark. Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent #1. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker.
And I don't know how much of it is like the way her face is designed that it does different, or if the person who set up her dialogue tree was just more reserved with selecting facial cues, because a lot of that eyebrow raising, you have to select that as an option in the CK. It doesn't just do it automatically.
Not quite. It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all? Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker?
Honestly, I blanked out on what she said. She's telling me, does that change my mind?
Fair enough. A pragmatic approach is sometimes best. This isn't a gang. You're allowed to leave. Just understand that the work may be more difficult than you might think. Bounty hunting tends to paint a target on your back and attracts those looking for revenge. Until we speak again.
I wonder if, does the wanted trait come in here? I feel like they should acknowledge that. Actually, do I still have it? Because don't you have an opportunity to get rid of it at some point? Where's that at? Where's the traits at? Trying to remember where you find those. It's on this menu. Character. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I still have it. First start collected wanted kid stuff. Oh, did I miss? There was a dialogue option for wanted and I totally missed it. Oh, that's a bummer.
Heard you might be joining up. Good luck,
Oops.
my dude.
Watch more than you speak. You'll learn faster.
Are you?
Okay, Adrastos is likely wandering the streets around here somewhere. Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty. We may need to check other areas of the city, but he's bound to be here.
Okay. So I'm guessing something will... Yeah, nothing's happening. Do they like highlight red or something? Or do I get a new option other than social? I feel like if I hit social, I'm accidentally gonna use manipulation on them. Oh, I can see my car. I just noticed the icon. There's a Rev 8. Cool. Is it you?
SSNN says that spacers and the fleets are getting worse.
That's what they've always said. It's just fear.
Oh, that's right, because I haven't played on this character since they added all the city map markers, so I'm like getting discovery. Do you get XP for them too? No, they're just giving me, or is it giving XP? No, it's just unlocking the map markers. Interesting. Oh, I think we got him.
We can't do this alone, Ed.
Wanted dead or alive.
Making good progress here with these scans.
Front citizen. Hello.
Leave me alone, please. Not a good time.
Extort. Yeah, we'll do persuade.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
Talk to the girl.
That sounds downright civilized. I guess it doesn't matter if I say I didn't do it then. Okay, I give up. No need to escalate this.
So I could extort for 500, or I could just take 1,500. Now do I have to do something with him? Now what?
This is gonna take forever for someone to pick me up.
It'll be our thing.
I hope someone picks me up soon.
Well, so he's just gonna stand there, arms up for a while. Wait, what is this?
I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you?
Oh, I did this on my other
That means
character.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you. That's a real suspicious thing to say. You better pick your words carefully around here. See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
Yeah, I did hear that,
That's my
Nick, about
dumb made-up
Samco.
title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me, so it's official.
It actually makes so much sense because Sam and Andreja feel very like they feel a bit, I don't want to say tacked on, but they feel like there were certain moments where it was like, why aren't they better incorporated into this? They feel like they were added later in the story, like, and it kind of shows.
That's right. She's a senior ranger.
So my bet would be something like they had a contract with the 2 voice actors to be, you know, do the project, and then they shifted away from player voice, and then they were like, well, we already are paying these guys, we might as well get them in here. That's what I would presume happened. And they're both great. Like, the voice acting is great on those characters. I'm not a huge... Samco is... Everybody on my team knows how much I despise Samco as a character. I love the voice actor. Like, Elias is awesome. I love his work in the Deus Ex series, but I hate the Samco character. I think he sucks. I know there's a lot of people that's a hot take. A lot of people like him. I hate Samco. And I couldn't even tell you exactly why. He just rubs me wrong for some reason.
I'm the best ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list? My list of people who might be troublemakers, so I have to watch them extra close. You don't want to be on my list.
It's so funny because, like, the space cowboy trope is so fun. Like, you know, you think about characters from Star Wars, like, you know, Mandalorian kind of leaned into that idea, and Firefly, like, that was Malcolm, and like there was a lot of great archetypes they could, but instead they almost went like silly TV, like old school actual Western television show. It's like, it's almost they just did actual Western that just happens to be in space instead of Western vibes in a sci-fi. It's a very odd way they did that character, and the whole quest line for Aquila just felt not my favorite. I think their best showing was the UC. I think the UC quest line was really cool.
I do have extra important. That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it. Aquila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger surveillance assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping,
oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop, yeah, another classic.
You know,
they had an example to pull
break
from.
it all open.
Although I didn't watch the show, the live action show, but I heard there's people don't know how to translate that character correctly either.
Certainly. I was doing my ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated just
Multi-beam weapons, Phil? I don't know what you're talking about.
They were
oh, we're the ones where like there's like the group of lasers sticking out? I think I have one on my inventory. Let me check.
Suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me. Exactly. This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
I'm an assistant ranger surveillance assistant.
Or, something like that.
This moment, I remember in this quest, this was the moment where I went, wait a second, they have more kid models.
Late. He's got his own key card.
So one of the things that took me out of this game a lot when it happened, if you go do, spoiler, if you do Sarah's personal quest, you rescue this kid, and it's actually like really heartfelt, and it was cool, you get to bring her back, but she uses almost the exact same face and hair as Cora, so then you have two like identical twin characters living at the lodge, and it's like, what? How did you not give that character, like somebody on a main character's quest, not give them a unique face? I don't understand it. And then I had thought, well, maybe they just don't have it, because like in Fallout and Skyrim, they have like 3 different hairstyles for each of the kids, so there's not that many to choose from. So I was like, okay, I get it. And then I came and I saw this kid, and I was like, well, there's totally different looking kids in this game.
Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here. You're doing Aquila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
Okay, so I guess you guys said that person I just captured, that was just a rando in the system, so I need to go back to that other quest. Still on the Scarjacker, here we go.
Helping Annie's been the most exciting
This
thing
guy's
I've
still just chilling. That's great. Now, has anybody know if you sit here long enough, will a tracker come over and grab him? Because that's like old school Bethesda does that, like like Morrowind Bethesda, Daggerfall Bethesda. You see in it, and I don't know if Daggerfall would. Morrowind NPC eventually walks over here and grabs this guy. Even Oblivion, I think. The Skyrim and Fallout 4, this is pretty common to just leave it like, well, no one's gonna sit here and wait. But that was always one of the fun things for the older games of like actually saying like, I want to see how far they took this. Yeah, I want to know if that criminal, if they ever come and pick him up, or if he just stays there until he unloads. That's what I'm getting. I think what somebody said, that he just unloads eventually. Oh, I can see their highlight from far away. That's cool. So I should hopefully be able to see the red one from up here.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks.
Usually police and people stay near, but it broke in your case for some reason. Ah, okay. I'm sure it was like a pathing issue or whatever. That is to be expected in this engine. To be honest, that's to be expected in most video games. I won't even blame Creation Engine on that one. Dynamic AI pathing of in a open world game is always a little bit jank. I like this use of the, oh, sorry, Phil. I forgot about that. Okay, does anybody know the weapon that has the lasers you can permanently see? Where's Barrett? I think I gave him one. All right, hold on. Let me talk to you. Let's trade gear. I think I gave Barrett one.
Space for that.
Weapons. Mag shear. Here it is. This is what you're talking about. Or it has those, like, all those little lasers sticking out of there. It's a really cool looking weapon. Mag shear is what it's called.
Hey, be careful out there.
Yeah, I like this use of the scanner of being able to highlight people. That's really neat. This is like this is one I want to incorporate with some quests, even if they're not trackers related, just for another thing to do, right? To like highlighting people. Something you don't do. Oh, there's a guy. You don't do much in the base. I don't think you do it at all in the base game, to be honest. If you highlight aliens, that's it. This isn't my guy either, is it?
No time to chit-chat. I'm here on important
Wait, is this the same face as the other guy?
I think your scanner's broken, buddy. I haven't done anything. I hope it's a fine.
Critical success.
I can pay a
Alright.
fine. You know, I can do that. Wow, never even thought about that possibility.
Oh, character
Today's
again.
not my
Okay.
day, is it? Then again, better than being dead. You win, friend. You win.
We're just gonna have dudes scattered all over the city on their knees. That came out wrong. I guess Crush should be littered. Oh wait, is that what? Does it say their crime? And I didn't read that. That's hilarious. If he was just a litter bug, took him down. See, that could be fun where you get if they had like a reputation system where you start to get a reputation for being like a total hard ass. Wait, what does this guy run into? Oh, that's Barrett. It's like, this guy doesn't let anybody off the hook. Hey, we got another person over here. This looks like our guy. Grand larceny, trespassing, insurance fraud, soliciting ships with fraudulent extended warranty offers. Oh, that's you. You're the guy. You're the guy in the random encounter.
Hey, can I help you?
Go back, it's on the right. What did I miss? Are you talking about this guy, or did I miss something else? Do verify creators have access to more assets in the CK? We do not.
I think I might have that kind of connection. What's it to you? No thanks. I've got a firm don't deal with terrorists or trackers policy. I probably could.
This system, I don't understand why your turn gets used if you have, so like if it says like turns 3 and I do a green one, it goes to turns 2. But then if you're down to turns 1 and you use a green, it gives you another turn back. I don't understand this system. It feels very odd. It feels like intentionally obtuse. It reminds me of the Oblivion one in a negative sense of like, I don't understand. Like, someone can explain the game to me, but that doesn't make it better. It's still like, why is this not intuitive? And I apologize to anybody who was hoping I was going to be like,
okay, fine,
all,
fine. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Glowing on Starfield. I have in any of Bethesda's games. It doesn't matter how much I love them. I always have things to critique. That is why I like modding, because I like to modify the experience. Oh my god, this guy, and he's got the same. Oh wait, no, it's the same guy. I was saying he's got the crazy same over the top face as the other guy, but it is the same guy. Roach is just, he's extreme eyebrow guy.
You know, I wasn't sure I liked you, but I'm coming around. Truth is, Hannibal could be anywhere. I don't know how to tell you where he is.
I don't believe you. You better start spilling more.
But I know where to find his chop shop. I don't know what you want me to say. Hannibal's got a team of spacers, mechanics mostly, but also some muscle. If you're planning on going, you best be prepared to fight, because they don't like unannounced visitors.
Yeah, I like talking about the problems of the games and then thinking about other things we can do, because it just feels like it's like an exercise in designing game stuff, and then you know, talking about it on these streams is fun because then you guys give me your thoughts on it too, and it's like, I wonder if I'm heading in the right direction or not. Like, a lot of times it's easy to, you know, be the it's easier to be a critic than it is to be a designer, but sometimes you criticize to try and get to the better design. Any plans for sim outposts? Soma, we were at the start of the stream, we were joking that, like, I wonder how many people ask for sim outposts. No plans for it yet. There's a couple of reasons. One, we want to see if Bethesda does something more with outposts, because they feel very like there's some like core elements missing. Like, it feels like half a system right now, and so we would hate to redo all the work and then have it get overwritten by a major change by Bethesda. Another thing is they've heavily limited how much we can do with mods for Starfield so far. We have a 1 gig limit to file size. Anybody who plays Sim Settlements knows how we like to roll on file size. And it gets worse with Starfield because the mods are naturally bigger, because model and texture files are bigger for this. And then we don't have lip sync yet, so we can't do all the cool voice characters we'd like to do. So no plans on it yet. We're doing some stuff in Starfield, but it's very small stuff that can be self-contained, and it doesn't require, and like we've found ways to get around the lip sync without it feeling too bad. Like, the lip sync is such a deal breaker for us to do bigger projects. Like, we really need that.
Yeah, of course. It's an old abandoned star yard in the Andromos system. Andromos 4A to be exact. Surrounded by a field of giant space rocks. Can't miss it. Actually, you can. That's kind of the point.
Great. You're coming with us then. You run, you die. You cause a commotion, you die. You so much as sneeze without asking.
Yeah, the helmets on everybody is the awful. Like, putting out, like, you can put a helmet on, put a mask on. I'm like, ugh. Like, you could do that once for a character.
Hey, rookie, a word?
You know, like, no one is okay, but if everybody in the Trackers Alliance had a helmet, it would just feel so unbelievable. There's no explanation, you know. And that's, again, a thing they could have solved with something like different sentient races, right? If there were different sentient races, we could have been like, oh, these are we could introduce a new race that always wear helmets, right? Like the Quarians, or the what are the little short fat ones in the masks in Mass Effect? Is it Volnus? What the hell are those? What do you guys know what I'm talking about, right? We could create a little species where all of our people were things, but that's not really a thing here. So, and the problem with lack of lip sync is it makes it way harder to connect to a character, right? Without something to make them feel humanoid, to make them feel like where you can attach to them. Like facial animation is huge, body language is huge, and you don't have that right now. So it makes it, and we can't do animations because we could also pull it off with good body language. If we did some good motion capture, we could get the same emotional connection you get with lip sync and good facial generation. We could do that with their body language. If you've ever watched I watch a lot of cartoon movies. I got kids. A movie just came out this month called Wild Robot, and like it is heart-wrenching, amazing animated movie. Fantastic, highly recommend. And you just immediately like you get the body language from a robot. It has no moving facial parts. It has like some neon lights that happen, and like the eyes can open and close a little bit. But you just get it from the body language of the robot. So like you can pull that off. But we don't have the animation tools. We don't have lip sync. So it's really hard to make a character people will resonate with, and that's pretty clutch if we want to do any long form mods. Everyone in the dark side wants to be Cobra Commander.
So normally you'd register
Here's eyebrows.
with the system and leave them bound for someone to come pick them up. But we need them to tag along with us. Now,
The Volus, thank you, Scully.
my ship will lose
I don't know why
them.
I was so close on the name.
I'd rather keep our cards close to our chest. Gives Hannibal less chance to escape. Too many unknowns. What if he's got a crew waiting for him? What if he's got a way to jettison us into space? I don't like it. No, I've got something else in mind. See, the last guy I took in wound up dead and unknowingly donated his ship. It's a nice ride, and the parts are valuable. We'll use that. Adrastos here is going to help us on the comms as we approach.
Oh, I am?
Or he'll find himself in deep space without a suit. He's going to play it as if he jacked a ship and brought it to be chopped up. And he's going to do it without giving it away that we're on board, because he knows what'll happen if he does.
As I was saying, I'm going to do just that.
If you need them, bring them along for the ride. But they need to listen and stay off the comms.
That means you, Cora.
Of course, maybe a little cramped with everyone, so maybe you could just let your crew take leave for a bit. Up to you. It's your op. Great. Let's get to it then. The ship's parked at the spaceport. You'll be the one in the pilot seat, so I can keep an eye on our good buddy Adrastos. Let's wrap this one up nice and quick.
Okay, board the decoy ship. Wait, what? Alright, I don't know where it's fast traveling me to, but hopefully onto the ship.
No matter how long we're gone.
Okay, am I on... Wait, am I on the decoy ship or not?
It's always good to be back.
For the decoy ship, return to Roach. What? Okay, I'm very confused.
Hey,
what's going on here?
You might want this.
Board the decoy ship. Oh, so I'm not. I gotta leave the beast behind. Oh no. Well, at least his decoy ship is also a fat boy. I like that. Why didn't Bethesda implement an ESF creation kit? I'm not certain. They haven't told us. We've asked. People in VC have asked them for like, hey, when are we getting this stuff? And they just said eventually. So we don't get any more information than that. I don't know why. I don't know what the timeline is, but we just don't have it right now. I'm sure I mean, if they want to have a healthy modding scene with lots of story mods, they're going to have to give that stuff to us. Every time I hear the... Wait, what was that, Lachlan? Every time I hear the words body language, lip sync, and face tune, I think of Mass Effect Andromeda. My face is tired moment. Oh, yeah. The memes are real. I still haven't played Andromeda because it just got so trash that I didn't want... to have a bad Mass Effect experience in my life, so I decided, oh, you know, I'm just gonna let the original trilogy be my last experience. I've been doing that a lot more, like taking like the whole thing with, you know, there's a
firing. Orbit stabilized.
like reviewers and stuff absolutely have a massive impact on sales. Like when I hear like I got sucked into the Marvel loop. Like I loved all the movies, and you know when Endgame came out, I was like, that was amazing. I can't wait to see what else they did. And now I'm like, now I'll wait for the reviews. Like when you read the review of what's the show, the I can't think of his name. The Sam Jackson show, the Marvel show where he's doing Nick Fury things. Secret War, is it Secret Wars? What was it called? Secret Invasion? And it just got completely trashed. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna skip that. I don't want to have a bad time with Nick Fury. I liked his character. So yeah, so I never played Andromeda. I've only seen the memes. Secret Invasion is actually good. Everything I saw about it was that they made Nick Fury so weak that it's hard to watch.
You should expect them to hail you. When they do, keep your yap shut and let me do the talking.
But it wasn't like I've watched enough of the other content they put out where I'm just like, that was pretty mediocre.
Tip-offs, nothing that seems like coded messaging, because Adrastos here knows what happens.
So I'm not fully done with it because like I really got sucked into the Marvel. I got sucked into the nostalgia with the last Spider-Man movie. But then they had like the Multiverse of Madness, and that just felt like a train wreck. I wanted to like that so bad. There were some really fun moments in it, but
full body chills.
And Deadpool Wolverine, fantastic fun movie.
Freezing. Am I coming in?
Loud and clear, Mr. Dakota.
Perfect. Look, I just lifted this sweet ride from some poor sap in Aquila. I need to bring it into the shop. You got room?
She's a beaut, all right. We'll get those numbers filed off, and then we'll decide if we want to keep her as is or strip her for parts. Bay 1 is almost free. You're clear to dock with it. See you on the inside.
See? Look at that. Smooth and easy as Chunk's pie. We'll see.
Make sure you're suited up and ready for anything, Rookie. Easy part's over. Expect resistance once we get inside. Something tells me they're not.
Ship is now docked.
Probably not. Hey, what about me?
What about you? You're staying right here on board, and we're locking the door behind us so no one can get in or out. You know, just in case you were hoping for your friends to help you. Me and my partner will go in and grab Hannibal. We'll be back before you know it.
Sounds like you got it all figured out. I'd say good luck, but that doesn't exactly work in my favor, so I don't know. Don't have too much fun without me? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I think for Andromeda now, I think one of the things is there's also this phenomenon of I don't know, it's kind of related to FOMO.
Okay, Rookie. Remember, they shoot at us.
Of like
them. They chose their fate. It's
okay,
open
hold on,
season
let's
on
go stop.
assholes.
Okay.
My preference to take Hannibal in alive. He's more valuable that way. But if it comes down to it, we'll do what we've got to do. Let's go get him.
So like since the general consensus is Mass Andromeda is a mid to bad game, and I haven't played it at this point. If there was enough other people talking about it and playing it, and it was just a time factor, I would make time eventually because I'd just be like, I gotta see what everybody's talking about because I like that franchise. I want to be in the know, but because that's not the case now, I'm just like, well, I don't have finding 100 hours to play through an RPG fully is tough for me. So I almost, so like I said, it's not FOMO. It's almost like I guess it is kind of FOMO. I don't want to be left out of what everybody's talking about. So I guess it's kind of that of the franchises that I like, right? For franchises I don't care about, I don't get sucked into all of them. But especially stuff. Like when sequels come out, I suddenly get that urge too to be like, oh, I gotta go catch up. But something like Andromeda, I'll be like, no, I can skip it forever because since most people disliked it, I don't think there's going to be a ton of mandatory material in it. Also, because now it's very rare you have any type of media where you have to have played the previous one, that I don't feel the need to play them all also, which is just again out of necessity due to lack of time. Yeah, Arctic, I agree with you. A lot of time critics get it wrong. You're absolutely right. But I only have so much time at any given week, so I have to pick and choose. So if I can choose something that's universally loved versus something that's like divisive, I'm gonna choose the universally loved thing. Which is why I end up I watch a lot of the mainstream stuff and play the big popular games, just because I don't have much time. I don't have time to deal with all the experiments. But I also think that is something that media companies need to be more aware of, that like we have so many choices now, and like there's just a time limit of how much stuff we can actually do, that I feel like people need to be way more cognizant of their reputation. See, there's another thing that this weapon is crazy for, is in 0G, there's no kickback on it, which is wild. This is just a broken weapon. And I could make it more hardcore too if I just get a few more perk points. But I'm not gonna complain, I love it. I don't have to deal with bullet sponging. But it has made it so like once I got this thing, I'm like, oh, I just don't need other weapons. The only reason I keep this other weapon around is for distance. It's like if you can't close the gap, it's kind of obnoxious. Requires computer. Ooh, can we get in there? Or is this something we're gonna do in the next section? Okay, I would like a mod that you could just bulk open like a whole, like if you click on to open a locker, it just opens all within the vicinity of it. Like if it's within, a certain distance, just pop them all open. Oh, I like the floating things in there, that's fun. Alright, do we have... Okay, I'm in the pro Digipick camp. I like it, I think it's a fun minigame, but I won't make you guys suffer through that, it takes too long. There is a mod for that, somebody else had the same idea, cool. Yeah, this gun just one-shots pretty much everybody in the game. What if you're ruling to dive in to get point blank? Hey, buddy.
Sending ducks out there! Move! Bring them now!
Slow motion 0G. Scavenge mod like Fall 4? Oh, you mean salvage beacons? Oh, we've definitely had that conversation about like how do we do salvage beacons in Starfield? We pulled it off in Skyrim. Can we do it in satisfying way in Starfield too? I have an idea of how I want to do it, and it's going to be quite a bit different than what we've been doing. I mean, it'll still probably have like I think the container marking system is just convenient. Like it's just a simple way to do it, but. I've got some other ideas on how we'll actually do it. Pull it off. What am I stuck on? Uh-oh. You survived 2 shots there. Unacceptable.
Really need your help, run! Anyway. That's all you got!
Zero G is really fun. There's a few things in this game that are just incredibly fun. Like I'm a huge fan of the boost pack fighting. Like I played the hell out of the first Destiny.
I've got some time to kill.
And having like boost pack gameplay in a Bethesda game is like combining their game formula with that part of Destiny, with the gunplay. It feels great. Where are you going, buddy? I love the Zero G. I love the boost pack gameplay. I love the shipbuilding. Is this one of those doors you can slice down? No. This is probably one where I have to figure out how to open it from the other side. This place is a bit of a maze. Alright, let's see what's on this terminal. Zero Grab kind of reminds me of the Flight Controls in your Workshop Plus mod. Yeah, it's kind of similar idea. We just give you the ability to float around. Any thoughts on NG Plus Unity? I would have done it differently than them. I think the way that I would have liked to see them do it New Game Plus is more like Forgotten City, where it's like intentional time loop with the intention of like try and get the perfect ending. Like imagine if you start doing, like say you do the UC quest line and you do it in a certain way and it restarts the war between the UC and the Freestar Collective and like New Atlantis gets blown up and then it's like, oh crud. Go through Unity, try again. I think that would have been a way more fun way to do that. And then it would have felt like all of your loops through were building toward something positive. Instead, it feels like there's this moment of like, oh, nothing I do matters because I'm just going to reset it all. So then, you know, you kind of get jaded. Like having it in universe was really cool. At first when I heard about it, it was like, oh, that's awesome. Like that's such a cool way to have the fact that, you know, we constantly are looping new characters and playing these games over and over again. And it's like, oh, this is an in-universe way to do it. But the problem with it being in-universe is then that also, you know, we all kind of are going to naturally turn into the hunter. His mindset of like, well, what does it all matter, right? It's just, if there's so many universes, then none of this really has any point. And so if instead you were looping through as more of a time reset of like, okay, I'm gonna go to another universe and try and make it better, then I feel like that would have fit better. It would have gotten rid of that problem of this feeling like nothing matters. But it also would have been really cool for just trying to test it all out. Or like, oh, well, now I want to see what happens if you let this happen and this happen, and like watch all the. They could have gone way more into consequences. Like, you know, you can have like the better solution, but you also can play out the bad things, and then the player would have had to live with it for a while with their consequences until they got themselves up to the Unity. I think it could have been really cool. Same, I also would have loved to see them lean more into the multi-universe, like universe hopping. That could have been really cool if it was, but from a technical perspective, I don't know how they would do that, but maybe they'll pull it off one day. And you could do it in theory, the engine's not set up for it. But how cool would it be if you could like take your character and jump back to your old save file, and your old save file was the universe, but then you would just come in with all your current stuff. Arctic Nomad Mass Effect is probably one of my most favorite games of all time. I usually have 1K hours across the 3. I played Andromeda twice. It's fun, not as bad after the update as original launch. If you're looking for something with some fun combat, it's worth playing at least once. Yeah, I think if it became like where in the next mainline or the next Mass Effect game where they're gonna, because aren't they teasing that they're going back to the well with Mass Effect? I don't know how they're gonna do that with. Like I don't know that that's going to be Commander Shepard, but are they going back to the old timeline or something? I don't actually know how Andromeda is set up, but it's a different galaxy, right? So it's because at the end of the trilogy, depending on what you did, like it doesn't make any sense to have another normal game in there. So I don't know how they're planning on doing it, but you know, if it became that Andromeda, having played Andromeda would make the next Mass Effect game more interesting, then I'll probably find the time to play it. Otherwise, I probably won't. So yeah, I like the idea of NG+, but the fact that it makes everything feel pointless is a big problem. Why do you keep reloading the gun? Well, if I'm not in combat, I might as well have 8 bullets ready to go, Oscar. The Somo, I just wanted to say you and your team are absolutely awesome. Your work completely changed Fallout for me in the best way. I'm glad to hear it. Thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Intelligent Instruction, do you do space drugs? Space drugs, I found only some like AMP useful and didn't really bother. Yeah, I like AMP. Isn't that the one that bumps your speed? I use them periodically, but it's very rare. The game got really easy really fast, so I haven't needed to use the space drugs. So I'm not opposed to it. It's just they just haven't. It's very rare that I get into an encounter where I need them. So it's not like with Fallout, I have Jet always hotkeyed on my characters because I need it. I always get myself in situations where I need it. But in Starfield, it very quickly got to the point where I was just like, oh, most of these encounters are a cakewalk. And I think part of it is how ridiculous the gun I have is. Intelligent Instruction, did you do the secret option on the story quest where you go between dimensions? I love that quest and wish Bethesda did way more of that. Yeah, I agree. I did not know about the hidden option until afterward. I didn't even know that was a possibility, but now that I know about it, like future playthroughs, if I start another character, we'll definitely make sure I get that ending, even if I have to go look it up on YouTube. But now that I know it's there, I'll be paying attention to the clues. Open living quarters, find the Sunsail ship key, find Hannibal. Okay. Okay, so this is I should probably raise it with whatever this is anyway. Is this supposed to be another Starborn reference? I'm just kind of speed reading these. I'm not actually reading it all, just kind of getting the important points. If you've never done speed reading, it's basically like looking for capitalized words, reading the first and last sentence in each paragraph, or just like reading the first and last chunk of it, and you can quickly get the kind of gist of what's going on. It's very helpful for this kind of stuff. Disable station lockdown. Okay, open living quarters doors, and that's probably where I want to get that ship key. Okay. Amris, this is the Trackers Alliance. Like this, I believe this is the quest that everybody got for free. I haven't done the. I have the Vulture one, but oh wait, find another way.
Check up there. There could be an access tunnel.
Oh, here we go. Anyway, we're playing through. I might play through the Vulture thing as well. I don't know. But this was interesting.
That's dumb luck. This thing's still hooked up to the ship it came from. Bet if we can get on board, we can fire it and punch a hole through to the other side.
What is this
the
thing?
The bay door is sealed shut. It might be our only chance.
Can we make this in the CK? These like crazy ropes? This is pretty cool. Where's this going? Oh, I bet this is just a spline. So they must just have like a crazy like tube spline thing you can do instead of just wires. That's pretty neat. No, I'll probably not be streaming the DLC tomorrow. I'm gonna play that just by myself. I like just silently playing through Bethesda games the first time to just, you know, take my time with them, read all the, actually pay attention to all the dialogue and not just chat during it. do all the mini games. I love doing the, what do you call them, the digipick things. So, but I feel like that's got to be horribly boring to watch. So, and I don't want to have to commentate when I'm just trying to get sucked into the game world. So first playthroughs for Bethesda games for me are always going to be solo experiences, I think. That might change in the future, but for now that's how I like doing.
What was that? Shit, let down. Yeah.
May as well, right?
I'm taking fire! Ah! Oh! Ah!
All right, who do we miss?
Hello, me.
Oh, that's why I keep seeing... I'm like, why are there always 3 guys? And it's because Barrett's doing his little Starborn power, making a clone of himself. That's awesome. No, total vanilla. Total vanilla. That is my plan for the... Well, I mean, I'm playing
Right where it said it'd be. Well,
with a couple of Bethesda official verified things. I've got Vulture and Escape, and I think I bought the what do you call it? The plushies, because I was trying to see how those work. But I was fortunate. Somebody gifted me a whole boatload of credits, so I've been using those to check out anything that's intriguing or I want to learn how it's done in the back end. I haven't played through most of it. I played through Escape because I know the person at Bethesda who made it, so I wanted to like give him some feedback. So I played that one right away, but I haven't played through any of this. I forgot I even bought the Vulture thing. I don't know. I mean, it's probably like inspired by Squid Game as far as the idea behind it, but it doesn't feel like Squid Game at all. It feels more like I'm in an escape room. But you know, they talk about it like it's being broadcast and stuff, so it's meant to have that same vibe. But because it's just a couple of people in there, it doesn't feel quite like it. All right, how the hell do I get in this thing? I don't think I'm supposed to talk about who, like, I feel like that's, I don't know if that's NDA level or what, so I don't want to talk about the person who made it. It definitely was not the person who did Forgotten City, because that person does not work at Bethesda. But I don't want to discuss, because I have no, it's hard to know, like, people that I know at Bethesda that I talk with on the regular, I have no idea what they tell me in confidence, because they know I'm under NDA, so I just don't want to talk about any of that stuff. Okay, well this one I feel like I have to, because I need to get in here, so sorry guys, you gotta deal with a little digipick. Oh. Okay, so this one has to be used out here. I tell you what, the digipick game gets so much better once you have the perks for it. this one has to be here. It only fits there. Okay. That doesn't fit there. Oh, wait, it doesn't fit here too. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Find out why this was locked.
It's the ship, it has a door. Yeah, I figured it out eventually. I remember having the same problem on the Hope Tech ship. Like, it was just like running around forever, and I was like, oh, the door is right where it should be on the ship. Okay, so apparently nothing in here. That's odd that they had a lockpick door and there wasn't even a chest of anything over there. Why are you level 8, buddy? You guys got that. You're fine. The Barretts have it covered. Well, Don, I only buy Bethesda Creations or kinggath Productions Creations. Oh, I appreciate that. You can see, like, if you go look at the numbers of bookmarks and likes on the things, it's like clear that the number of people willing to buy Bethesda stuff just dwarfs everybody else by like 1,000,000 miles. Okay, what am I doing here? I heard this log ship warranty has been invalidated. I guess I should look at what is my goal. I feel like I can just start hitting buttons, but I don't actually know what my goal is. Fire the missile pod. Okay. We can do that. Let's enable the missile pod. Debug menu. Weapon missile pod online. There we go. Execute test sequence. Oh, do I get to see it? That's what I want. Let me out of here. Show me the sequence. Did it not work? Did I do the wrong thing? Oh. Where are you, buddy? Container of cereal. All right. Okay, I must have missed something there. I thought it changed the objective, but apparently not. Yep, still on there. Okay, what did I do wrong? Maybe I didn't confirm or something. Alright, let's try this again. Debug menu. Missile pod. Execute test sequence. Fault detected in mounting brackets. Well, that sounds good. Oh, they didn't let me see it? Come on.
Explosive decompression, so we're good.
Oh, because it's up here, that's why. Because it's like I'm firing it and it's rigged up to this. Still, would have been a fun, flashy moment to see. But that looks really cool. Shots.
Exactly. Find anything worth selling? Oh, yeah.
It'd be a lot easier if you didn't fight back.
Oh, you had a lot of stuff on you. What's all this stuff? I don't need any of that. Who's still alive? Come on out. This is where I miss not having VATs just for finding people. Not for, I don't need actual VATs, I just need like I guess you could scan, right? That would do the same thing. Did you do the full pirate story when you play this? I did with my second playthrough. I don't think I did it at all on this character. Let me check. Because I think I had a faction questline still in my... Yeah, that's this, right? The Rook meets King. This is the pirate questline? Or are these... Or does this mean I did part of it? I'm not sure what these mean. Or are these... Maybe I did do it? Or are these... what do you call it? Radiance or something? But anyway, I know I have done the questline. I murdered all the pirates. I hated them. I thought the characters were awful and they didn't make any sense to me. There were some really cool moments in that questline, but I hated Delgado. It felt like they started you out with thinking it was going to be like raidery, and then you get that guy who's like trying to betray Delgado, and you can't do anything with him. He's just, I don't know, the thing rubbed me the wrong way, so I like killed the pirates as soon as I could.
Whoa, hold up! You got the wrong guy. I'm not Hannibal, I swear. I just work for him. Okay. It's like this, see? Hannibal rarely goes out. But when he does, he goes under an assumed identity and leaves me in charge. Sometimes it's Adrastos, sometimes it's Chase, Jackie, Scotty, whatever. He's got 100 of them. It's one of the reasons he never gets caught. I'm just Deke. Deke Hansen.
That's right, the Sun Star stuff power. I forgot about that.
Him, but it makes sense.
I ain't sure there's any parts about this you'd consider good. Whole reason he does this is in case someone comes looking for him. He's gotta have at least a couple dozen other contingency plans even I don't know about.
Luckily, Adrastos, Hannibal, whoever the hell he is still on our ship. He didn't think that part through. What do you want to do with this guy? Your call, rookie. For what it's worth, I don't remember ever seeing a bounty for a Deke Hansen. Roger that. Okay, come on, Deke. You're coming with us.
Hello, trackers. By now you've probably found my associate Deke and learned that he is not in fact me, and that I am not who I said I was. Darn it, I know, right? Anyway, if you look out the window, you can see I'm taking your beautiful ship. Thanks, by the way. But don't worry, I won't leave you stranded. I'm not that bad a guy. You'll find a container nearby with a key to an old junker that should hold up long enough to get you home.
This is awesome. This quest is great.
Just so there's no hard feelings. It should unlock now. As for me, I think I'm out of the stolen ship business after this, so I won't trouble you anymore. So long, and thanks for playing.
This is a really good quest line. There's a lot of set pieces, cool moments. Like, I don't remember ever seeing that happen before. Like where you just get to see the ship. I mean, I've seen the ship disembark, but having somebody steal a ship from me like that and leave me on a ship like that was really cool.
Can I come with you?
No, he wants to come with.
Oh, thank you.
No, nuh-uh, not happening. You're a mechanic. You've got ships. Figure it out. We're leaving. End of discussion.
Okay, let's get our loot. What do we got here? Arcmite plasma cutter. Balanced pack. Let's compare here. Oh, well, I've got the legendary stuff. This looks like something out of Star Wars. That crazy mask on there. Oh, what is this one? Entry spacesuit. So these are like decent pieces of gear. They're just... They have nothing on. Oh, it's some Astra. Nice. Junk watchdog key. Oh, we get a fancy raidery like cutter. I mean, I feel like I just take it all.
God damn, he wasn't kidding. This thing looks like it can barely fly.
Still, that Hannibal's something else. Could have marooned us and left us to starve.
Look at all this graffiti in here. This is like really, like they went extra on this thing. This is probably what, so like I remember when this stuff came out, I feel like the reviews were, the free quest was amazing, and then when you pay $7 for the other one, and that one just feels so lame by comparison to this that it was like, what is happening?
Engaging drive.
Oh wow, look at this, look at our
Weapon systems are back online. Shields are back. And
yeah, we're in trouble with that those stats. Let's get out of here.
I have something for you.
Okay, now so did they manage to do that without making you change your home ship? Because I feel like it did. Like, where's my home ship now? Do I have to like claim it back again? Junker Watchdog. And then what would have happened if it was like, did it erase my 10th? Okay, good. There's my, where's the beast? Alright, I need to get my main ship back. I'm very curious what it would have happened if I happened to have had 10 ships already with that. If it just lets you have an 11th temporarily? Does anybody know?
We're asking everyone, hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Alright, so let's go. Oh, the beast. Make home. There we go. There's my girl. She's back. Alright, this little right there. All my junk went into storage.
Hey there.
Yeah, let me check and make sure my cargo didn't get jacked up. Let's check. Let's go to here. Cargo hold. Okay, looks like my insane collection of stuff. I am a massive hoarder. In fact, I gotta put all this new stuff I got in there. Store. Oh, and then I guess I can keep this one because it's got the titanium build, which makes it super like mass 0.2 versus 4. That's wild. All right, so let's favorite this. Where's the favorite button? Oh, I can't do it from the screen. Okay, well, we'll put this guy away. Store. Oh, that suit looked awesome. What was that? This thing. Shock troop. Not great with stats, but it looked cool. Oh yeah, I've kept some interesting outfits I found. Okay, there we go. That should be good. And I got to come back in here and favorite you. Cool. I've never seen a... I know there are a couple... Isn't there... can't you get Heller's Cutter too? I think that has a skin on it. Okay, so now we need to go talk to number 1 again. Alright, stuff on the tables. Okay, yeah, I don't care about all that. All the random junk. That's fine. I never bother doing any of the decoration because I know it's unstable.
The rock. Have something for you.
Oh, is there a mod to increase the max number of spaceships? I assumed there was. I figured that was just like a simple gameplay setting.
Welcome back, recruit. I assume your return means you've successfully completed your mission. But where is Hannibal?
I'll let you say it, rookie.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't give us the ability to export ship designs immediately, like share them online with each other, and then to be able to, because that would also let us re-import our ship designs after we go through the Unity. Like, that would have been huge.
Is this true, Roach? I know Hannibal has a reputation for being elusive, but I believed if anyone could catch him, it would be you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, no one, but fortunately it's true. Like a heat leech, the squirmy bastard was there under our noses the whole time. He escaped our notice and left us stranded. I'll fill you in later.
More importantly, Roach, how do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance. Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the elite bounty board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe.
Let's see, Mantis is one of the options. Bear, Blitzkrieg, Mantis, Night Stalker, Nova. Oh, there's a lot. Raven, Shadow, Tempest, Terror, Wrath. Kind of want to go by Mantis. Yeah, I've been rocking the Mantis gear like the entire time, and I refuse to let it go, even though I keep finding better gear.
It is affirmed. Henceforth, you shall be known among trackers as Mantis.
Okay, so now I can go. Okay, so now I can take this.
Good work out.
This is an official
don't
bounty
let it go to your
commissioned
head.
by the
You'll
Free
end
Star
up like
government. It has come to our attention that the mercenary known as the Vulture has become a major national security threat. Recent reports indicate the target is operating on the planet Sumati with a group of veteran mercenaries. The last Free Star law enforcement agent to pursue the target has gone silent. Their most recent coordinates will be provided.
Wait, something's supposed to be provided?
To the stars that align our paths.
Alright, what about you, buddy?
Look what the Astra dragged in. What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose? Rookie numbers, which, considering you're still a rookie, seems appropriate. You know you don't get anything for beating my record, right? I'd wish you luck, but...
Oh, I just like what the man... I love the stereotype of the people being superheroes in these games. Like, I really loved the Silver Shroud thing, so I dug the little Mantis story. But I think that I love the look of the helmet. It's because it was the first unique helmet I found in the game. Before that, it was everything just looked like random generic space helmet. So I've kind of always clung onto that thing. Oh, what are you worshipping
You must
there, buddy?
harden yourself against doubt, or succumb to its woes. I have seen death. I have seen tragedy. I have seen more beg for their lives than I can count. But what I haven't seen is a fledgling tracker seemingly so willing and eager to speak with me so soon after joining. What knowledge do you hope to gain from our interaction?
I believe so. I want to take advantage.
So I know how to get food perfect chunks, cubes at chunks.
I would still continue my duties as an agent.
Indeed. A strong name. I am Yama. I borrow this name from the god of the dead, who judges the souls I usher to him.
And for your blessing.
There is not much I wish to divulge. Whatever you have heard about me is likely true. I do not bring back my targets alive. I aim for brutal efficiency. I do not work well with others. You must know, I do not feel the need to appease or delight anyone. I take jobs no one else wants, and I always get it done. That is my value. Correct. A criminal fugitive is already trying to run from justice. They will do it again, if given the chance.
Oh man, that poor litter bug that I let go. Good thing Yama didn't get a sniff of him.
Escape again? Even if they turn from their criminal path, would you deny their victims true justice? That is true, and yet, the thought that they would go unjudged for so long would eat away at me. But I realize that may not be your belief, so I will not try to convince you any further. I must warn you, my advice may not be palatable. I hope those are not just words. I strongly insist that you consider heeding my advice. If you are given the choice between bringing your targets in alive or dead, always choose dead. Criminal fugitives must be brought to justice, and the only way to truly serve that justice is to end their lives so that they can be judged fairly in the afterlife. My stories are not for your amusement, but I will share one so that you may learn from my mistake. There was one time I decided to let a man live. He had a family, a wife, 3 children. He showed me a picture. They looked happy. He begged I let him live and spend the rest of his days incarcerated. So, at least he could see them occasionally and watch his children grow up from afar. He escaped from prison. He went home and murdered his entire family, and the family next door, and several others. By the time I found him again, he had killed himself, robbing me of the chance to pass him off to face his eternal judgment. Never again. May the shadows guide your path.
I mean, you happen to let a serial killer go, bud. It's not a reason to give up on humanity. They couldn't afford lip sync for this guy. Put him in a helmet.
What can I do you for, young gun? Well, if it ain't, now what call sign did you take again?
Your mom was one of the options.
Could be confusing
Ridiculous.
with the real Mantis out there, but, why not? Well, I can see why you'd take that name. You got my seal of approval. Not that you need it. Name's Bloodhound. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Sure, I don't mind sharing a little about myself, but not too much. I'm no agent number 1, but I'm still a tracker. Been a tracker for over 30 years. Before that, I was what you might call a freebooter. I won't tell you what I did, but sure as hell wasn't above board. Well, suffice to say, that life can weigh on your soul. After a few close calls and some introspection, I came to the idea that I could do some good instead. Of course, it's hard to translate those kind of skills to the workforce, so here I am. Always saw to it to bring in my targets alive, in case they have any similar revelations. Yep, every single time. It ain't too hard when you've lived my life and seen the things I've seen. Folks deserve a second, third, even fourth chance. I'm living proof of that. Tell me, let's say someone puts a bounty on your head that you rightfully didn't deserve, or maybe you slipped up and had a bad day. You think it's right that they get to play executioner? See? You get it. And that's where I stand. I'm hired to bring him in.
What's this
Won't
armor this
decide
guy's
their
wearing?
fate.
The tank guy had it too. I like the shoulder on it. It's really cool looking.
Anyway, you're gonna do you, and I won't judge. Don't come crying to me if you can't reckon with your own demons. Sure, I'm a veritable wealth of information. Anything particular on your mind? Personally, I prefer the diplomatic approach. Just because we're all certified.
Oh, I was already handed one. It's
easily
tracker armor.
lay
Oh,
out
cool.
The toughest spacer punk doesn't mean you're not human. If you ask me, words are a tracker's most effective tool. You'd be surprised how far a little sympathy can take you sometimes. Failing that, most targets are cowards. They don't want to die. Exploit that fact when you can. Now that's a tough one. Depends on the situation. If you can't convince them with words, you may have to rough them up and put the fear of God in them. I suggest you learn as much as you can about human anatomy and physiology. It ain't pretty, but there are many things you can do to a body that ain't lethal, but may cause someone to wish they were. You got it, Chief. Good luck out there.
Bloodhound?
Nah, I'm good, Chief.
You're always welcome to relax here, between jobs. Funny you ask. Most trackers choose their call signs. So did I. Used to be called Solar Flare, but enough people started calling me Two Shot that it stuck. When I was out there, it never took me more than 2 shots from my firearms to bag my target. Thought I would have given it up once I retired from tracking to have a kid. I pour such strong drinks that now they say it doesn't take any more than 2 shots to down a tracker. So, it stuck. I'm just happy they decided to keep me on the payroll. You know it, Sunshine. Who do you want to know about?
Ah, okay. All right. What do we got here?
There's no story there. That's kind of the point with any Agent No One. You gotta give up your identity completely when you become leader of the trackers. That job comes with a giant target on your back. So, the less people know, the better. Agent No One is like a closed book. If that book were also glued, clamped, chained, and buried underneath an active volcano on the most distant moon of the most distant planet of the furthest star system.
So I guess as the agent number 1, you've got to just stand in that spot forever and don't do anything interesting. Otherwise, someone might be able to track you down.
Although one of the old
people can just always track him down, right? Because he's just always at Tracker's HQ.
Wasn't always the case.
I don't know. It feels like it's a cool idea for a backstory, but it has some flaws.
I think he was ex-Fleet, as in the Crimson Fleet. Quite a turn to go from an outlaw to someone who chases outlaws, but the skills transfer pretty well, I imagine. Oh, she's been doing this longer than anyone, I think. She's old, but don't count her out just yet. Rumor is she was next in line for Agent No One, but turned it down after the last one was killed. She even brought the killer to justice. Word is, she just liked fugitive recovery a lot more. Or didn't want the responsibility. I lean more towards the latter. It makes more sense considering she's an agent now. Anyway, they used to say that the longer she bides her time, the more a fugitive has to fear.
This is way deeper content than I expected, because this is just the free stuff they gave with one of the patches, all this Trackers Alliance stuff. I didn't expect them to go this deep with it. I figured it was going to be like a bounty board and like a quick little quest, but they've got all these characters with backgrounds and stuff. Alright, that's enough info.
You tracked Bloodin all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes.
Oh, good. No one's driven you away yet.
Oh, who's this guy?
Hey now, Tracker. How about that? We got a new tracker in the building.
Oh, is this the guy who does the loot
Name's
boxes?
Stash, and I'm more than just a pretty face. You ever need my help, you can step right over here to my little corner and we can talk shop. Whether it's for business or pleasure, it's up to you.
How's that for you?
Yeah, you can exchange Astro's equipment. Okay, cool.
A tinker. I make, modify, and refurbish weapons and other equipment. For trackers only. But I don't do it for free, and I don't do it for credits either. I only take Astras. And you get whatever I give you. No questions, no special requests, no refunds. Darn right they trust me. The modifications are solid. My gear's always held up when trackers have needed it. No, and yes. No, it's stash, like my mustache. Yes, it's kind of on the nose, like my mustache. Well, under it, but you get the idea. But yeah, it does work out like that, doesn't it? You're not the first to suggest it, and I doubt you'll be the last. And before you ask, no, I didn't grow the stash because I got a stash of goods or vice versa. Sometimes nicknames just stick.
I'm pretty sure the old dude has a better stash than him, though, so why isn't his nickname Stash?
If you've got Astras, I'm sure I can scrounge up something to give you.
I like this. Okay, yeah, you got to pay 3 to get the best items. Okay. The Astras solve a problem in Starfield, and I actually really like the addition of them.
I'm working on getting some new stock, so check.
When we've been discussing doing stuff for Starfield, we often come to the point of like, well, there's no appropriate amount of credits to make something cost to feel like a credit cost balances it, right? Because you get so rich in this game because you need high credits to pay for ship parts. So like, I don't know, 20 hours into the game, I had like, I don't remember how many credits, but it was just such an insane amount that it was like, there's no, like, I'm looking, I have 300,000 credits right now. And like, people are handing me like 1,000 credits, 1,500 credits here. It's like, it just becomes meaningless. And then you go buy like ammo and food and stuff, and it costs, 100 credits, 150 credits is so cheap that it's like, okay, so credits are become meaningless very quickly outside of shipbuilding. So then you need some sort of currency to like limit the flow of things, and like Astra is that. And I noticed the Astra is just injected into the general level list, so you can find them doing any dungeons, which is nice. So I think it's like the fact that they put it in the base game is awesome, so that it can universally be used as like, oh, you need some sort of limited functionality, you can use that. So for Skyrim, the limited currency that's like kind of in the base game is Dragon Souls. It's something that you'll see, like we used it in Bard's College. You're going to end up seeing more creations do the same thing, where it's like it's a nice currency you can use that's hard to acquire, so the player's rarely ever going to be like filthy rich with them. And I think the Astra is kind of going to fill that gap for Starfield, which is nice.
Agent Koyos at your service.
If you have need of my services, just ask. But try not to monopolize my time.
What's your deal?
Mostly stand around waiting for someone to interact with me. I am connected to the tracker database, so when a tracker either has or needs information about a certain target, they come to me. My directive is to assist trackers with any queries they have, and if desired, give advice based on the information we have compiled. No, it is a pseudo-acronym meant to emphasize my station as hardware and software. My programmer thought it would be clever, but clearly it goes over most heads. Koios was a Greek Titan god, born of Uranus and Gaia. He was known as a Titan of knowledge and queries. But I wouldn't expect you to know that. Leave no quarter, show no
So he doesn't
mercy.
actually. Oh, I bet he's part of one of these quests or something. Agent number 1 is dead, murdered by one of our own Volk. Since British criminals were called out by agent number 1, he was reprimanded and took issue with it, violently extracted his grievances when number 1 was most vulnerable. Huh. Okay, so now we've got some elite bounties. We'll just grab them. I like just hoarding my menu with stuff I'm not going to do. I'm the exact opposite of most players with that. Like, I don't care if my menu is just completely overloaded with crap. It's fine. Maybe I stumble upon it. Get some free XP. Whoa, whoa. What's going on there, buddy?
How's your gear holding up? Hey, good luck catching bad guys out there.
Oh, look at this. What you doing? I was worried it was because I took all the ammo out of there. He's mad at me. No, this is just something the quest designer figured out how to do it. Thought it would be funny.
I was hoping I could sway you from the path of death, but you gotta do what's right for you.
Okay, so there's a lot. There's a lot of depth to this. Like, they actually put a lot into all these characters and stuff. Pretty neat.
Hey.
All right, let's see what else I got here. I don't want to do the other. I don't feel like doing the other one right now. I actually can't stay on that much longer. I am. I got to go take care of some team-related stuff shortly. Let's see. So do you guys remember, was this, did anybody answer me on this? Is this part of the base Crimson Fleet quest, or is this just like some random miscellaneous part of it? Is like a, what do you call it, a Radiant? That's the base. Okay, so I didn't do it on this character. Okay.
Hey.
Let's see what's up.
Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Oh yeah, I hate this lady too.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
If she's the one I'm thinking of.
We'll see. So, I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, you're signing up with the Crimson. There's a medical supply ship called on board that ship. You'll find it's done. Head back here when
Okay, so I can just bail on the conversation. Go over there. Oh, that's not the woman I was thinking of.
This is Dmitry Moldarsky, pilot. All right. And what are your intentions with these crewmen? we can work something out. Well, normally I would say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
And we're locked in.
Hey there, buddy.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
So this is another thing. I think a lot of people criticize Starfield in this, and we have this problem come up when we're having story discussions about what we're going to do in Starfield. Bethesda kind of slips in and out of dealing with the communications, right? Like we can grav jump, but we can't do long distance communications. But then we talk about this thing of like, oh, but they're listening to our comms. But it's like, wait, but if do we have instant galactic wide communications? Then why don't we just handle more of this stuff over the phone, right? Rather than having to fast travel around and talk to people. So there's like there's a mix there of how it's handled. We'll use my wanted thing. Actually, no, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound very kind. And I'm playing a nice guy character here. Awesome rank is Crimson Fleet Pirate. Kill him and I let you go.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious...
Yeah, Edwin, I'm just playing through base game content that I didn't do on this character before. I'm trying to get myself ready for DLC tomorrow, because I would like to be able to play it tomorrow if I've got the time.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
Thank you for letting us go.
All right. But anyway, so far tonight we played through the free trackers content that everybody got, because I'd never played it and didn't realize how in-depth it was. Got a cool little quest out of it and met all the people at the Trackers Alliance. And then I was just looking for something else to just try and figure out where I was in the what do you call it? The Crimson Fleet quest line, because I didn't do it on this character, I did it on a different character. And this is the character I want to continue with for Shattered Space. So I think I want to just go park myself at New Atlantis. I feel like that is most likely where the DLC will start. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. I got some stuff I got to do tonight. But thanks for joining me, guys. It was fun to chit-chat about Starfield, kind of get my head back in the game, ready for the DLC. So, yeah, watch out for we will definitely be releasing some Starfield stuff through KGC. Don't have timelines yet, but we've got some stuff in the works. And then the depth of the kind of content we create will ultimately depend on things Bethesda changes over the next, I don't know, however many months or years or whatever, but we got some hurdles to get past before you get to see the type of stuff we've been doing in Fallout and Skyrim. Anything we release will still be, we'll still have the eye for quality. We'll try and mix story and systems, but the stuff at the scale of like Bard's College or Sim Settlements, we'll have to wait until we get some more things. But And guys, enjoy Shattered Space tomorrow. I will catch you all on Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be back to Fallout 4.